ინოვაციების და ტექნოლოგიების სააგენტოს საგრანტო პროგრამაში მონაწილეობ ჩემ ევროპელ პარტნიორებთან ერთად. მონაწილეობთ კონკურსში, წარმოვადგენთ ინოვაციურ ტექნოლოგიას, რომელიც გამოიყენება ინფრასტრუქტურის დიაგნოსტიკაში. Ჩვენ ტექნოლოგია არის დაფუძნებული მეცნიერულ გამოგონებაზე და დაჭირდა ძალიან დიდი მუშაობა იმას, რომ თეორიული იდეა ქცეულიყო მოქმედ ტექნოლოგიად. მოკლედ რომ გითხრათ, ტექნოლოგია საშუალებას იძლევა მოვახდინოთ ნავთობის ინფრასტრუქტურის დიაგნოსტიკა იმგვარად, რომ დაიზოგოს მილიონობით დოლარი და შედეგი იყოს აბსოლუტურად უზადო ტექნიკური თვალსაზრისით.
And I jumped out of my chair and said, why isn't Mrs. Pepsi an astronaut too? And they were shocked.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to present you a revolutionary disruptor and pain reliever technology for diagnostics of oil tanks. Now, any company that owns or operates oil or oil product storage tanks has to comply with the mandatory safety requirement to conduct regular pre-scheduled diagnostic inspection of tanks. Now, this takes 5 very long, very painful, and even more expensive steps to do it. With our invention-based proprietary, fully patentable, and field and market-tested technology, we do it in one easy and inexpensive step as opposed to 5. We do it in maximum 5 days as opposed to 74 expensive days. We do it without interrupting operations as opposed to keeping the tank idle for up to 90 days with existing technology. And we do it for 50,000 euro as opposed to 450,000. Basically, it's hard to believe if I tell you that the technology has no analog, but it has no analog, and we have a documented proof for this. We successfully patented early version of technology with Euro patent, but as through R&D, the patentable content would grow in size, we realized that it's better to discontinue patent and apply again when we have the full package. However, we continued carefully monitoring developments in the market through working with Euro patent, major professional associations, major R&D groups, and oil companies. And I can tell you with full confidence that as of today, there is no analog. No other technology can do the same without emptying the tank. And even more, there is no R&D conducted anywhere in this direction because the idea behind the technology is too heretical. This is my tank crew. I was blessed with the best possible team for this project, great professionals bringing unique set of skills for this project, but also great team players, great partners, and precious friends by now. And, as you can see in the slide, the market is huge and steadily growing. Indirect competitors come in 2 major segments. One is the 3 giants, major international verification bodies, but the market is so huge that there is room for hundreds of diagnostic service provider companies. Importantly, with our strategy, we turn our competitors to our clients, and I'll tell you more about this in a few slides. The slide is pretty much self-explanatory. Let me just add a few points to it. Even at this early stage, we secured our client base. You can see the 6 logos in the upper part of the slide. Let me tell you that these are not the smallest in the crowd. Vopak again owns and operates 10.2% of all oil tanks worldwide. So what we did, we have a record of demo sales. We did demonstration in their facilities, and they paid for us. In the written references we received from each and every of them, they confirm excellent technical results. B, they express willingness to work with us on a permanent basis, with strong recommendation being C, to conduct and document successful tests with one of the three giants, major international verification bodies. In terms of technology, diagnostics is about two steps: data acquisition in the field and data processing. As you can see in the sales projection, field data processing is our core business. And this is where we turn our competitors into our clients. It's a total win-win. They acquire field data, they send us, we process it for them, and send them final diagnostic report. I'll be happy to tell you more about this in Q&A session. Not only for securing precious client base, but for a few other reasons, we will continue providing full-cycle operations, full-cycle services, meaning doing data acquisition plus data processing. This is where we are now. Actually, 80% of product development is done. What remains to be done, we have to fine-tune the software, document successful tests with one of the three giants, and in parallel, prepare the full package for patenting. As the next step, immediate next step, we plan to partner with one of the major accelerators to put together a seamless operational setup for our company, and we can start sales as early as in the beginning of 2020, scaling up the year after. This is use of funds. Again, let me just add to what you see that to date we invested up to 80,000 euro, a large part of which we recovered through demo sales, by the way. And in case we are awarded the grant, we'll match it with much higher proportion than formally required. So basically, before I thank you for your attention, in conclusion, let me make a few points. This technology, I think, is more than worth of investment because evidently market is huge and growing. We are 80% done with product development, which means no risks of failing prototypes. Technology is market tested. Even the client base is secured. And as early in 16 months from today, we can start making good money with it. I thank you for your attention. We'll be happy to answer your questions.
I have a question directly. I have a head cold, so sometimes I do not hear as well as I should. Can you briefly illuminate the technology? What is the technology?
With pleasure. Now, to be brief again, this is a well-established industry where we are not like the first to invent something that has to do with the diagnostics of oil tanks. The matter is how we do it. How we do it is totally different, obviously. Basically, in simple terms, it's done through using ultrasound. The signal is emitted through the metal structure.
I have trouble hearing you. So
yeah, there must be the microphone, sorry. So basically, the diagnostic of metal structures, including oil tanks, is done using ultrasound. Signal is emitted through the structure. There is a receiver, and there is a software that allows to read the signal and determine location and type of defects it detects. The thing is that with the existing technologies, to do this, you have to empty tank, ventilate it, test it many times a day to make sure there is no risk of explosion. Then you cut it out. You have 15 workers spraying some substance on the sludge on the bottom. Then you wait for a couple of weeks. Then you have another group of workers going then and removing the sludge manually. And only after they clean it.
We got it all the detail, but what's the difference? How you made the difference? Because he is using the same ultrasound.
What I described takes up to 90 days and up to 450 euros. I'm not telling you. We do it without emptying the tank. The tank is operational.
What's the difference?
The difference is our know-how. We do it with different frequency of sound emitted. No, I mean, in mainstream science, nobody thought this is possible, but it evidently works.
But for the data collection and then analyzing all the information, that's really a key part of what you do. You wouldn't have anything to sell if you didn't do that. So did you write all of that software? Did you use analytical software from another vendor?
Exactly.
How did you do that?
Okay, so basically, let me quickly say that data collection using our technology does not require any different equipment. Data collectors just have to set different frequency while collecting data. But the heart, the brain of the technology is, of course, the software.
Right.
And it took the software engineer with an advanced degree in physics of microparticles to develop it. Because otherwise, it's not something a super competent software engineer can develop.
Your engineer wrote all the software, correct?
Exactly.
And then how is the information presented to your customer? How do you get that information to them? Do you show it to them? Do you have a dashboard? What do they see?
You mean the product, the final
Client,
outcome?
what does your client see?
I mean, the standard, there is certain standard you have to comply with while preparing the report. There are certain images, diagrams, raw data, tables. It's a heavy technical report.
Okay.
Of course, what we do provides exactly that.
Okay.
The thing is, we do it in a different way.
According to the international standards, you're tracking the results.
Oh, sorry, I'm not sure I got the question.
The international standards
Right.
related to the inspection,
Right.
you are tracking the results next to those standards?
Obviously.
In the
I mean,
report.
otherwise we have no place in the market.
Right.
And once, go ahead, sir. Once you have a company, do you already have a company? What are
No,
you
I mean, we have to establish new company, by the way, in tax-free zone, recently established for IT industry in Georgia, which is a good idea.
So what is your product? Are you going to sell the services and you will be helping the companies, or it's going to be a product, software that you're going to?
Yeah, no, I mean, thank you for that question, because in this format it's not possible to communicate everything. 7 minutes is too little. Our business model comes in two branches. Like I said, data processing is our core services. Imagine, like SGS, for example, has long-term contracts with major oil companies worldwide, like 49-year contracts, 20-year-long contracts. I mean, it would be very nice to remember the David and Goliath story if I told you we're going to wage a war on them and prevail 45 years later, but this is exactly what we are not doing. I mean, it's clearly a win-win if we engage in partnership with them. They have the army of field workers. It does not take any additional training for them to get us data in the format we need. They just have to switch the frequency. They send us data, we process it for them. They acquire data, most importantly, without emptying the tanks, so the client is happy, the oil company is happy, right? And our partner, in this case, let's say SGS, is completely happy because they can charge more. And we get our share of the pie. The thing is that with this technology, we make the pie bigger.
So there is a regulation. This area is highly regulated. How you pass the regulation?
This area is highly regulated, but what is in the nutshell it is about that we have to provide the output meeting standard technical
What
requirements.
is the output ways that you are putting it, meeting the standard?
You're talking
that's
about
a
corporate
non-relevant
regulations.
issue. How you actually regulate it and approve your system, your method? It's it's a safety, and you have to pass through regulation. How you convince that your system actually meeting the requirement? Not by the output, but the technology. Because I didn't get the technology yet. I'm sorry, I'm a bit retarded, but that's what I am.
I understand. At this point in time, what we have successful demo tests and confirmed interest with the clients to continue with us. And I guess I will be answering your question by saying that this is exactly they requested us to do control test with one of the major international verification bodies.
You know what's
so
the process to get the regulator approval, stamp of approval, that your system is adequate and your results are sufficient? You know the process?
SGS certification would be sufficient, is evidently sufficient for our clients to engage in full partnership with us. And for this, I have their feedback in writing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. ამ კონკურსში, ინოვაციების სააგენტოს კონკურსში არის ესეთი ფორმატი. უნდა წარადგინოს შენი პროექტი 7 წუთში. ეს ფორმატი რეალურად ემთხვევა იმ ფორმატს, რომელშიც ის ადამიანები, ვინც ტექნოლოგიას გამავითარებენ, ესაუბრებიან ინვესტორებს. ამიტომ ზუსტად ეს არის. მთელი ხელოვნება იმაშია, რომ მოახერხო ის, სადაც შეგიძლია დღე, რამდენიმე დღე ილაპარაკო, 7 წუთში ჩაატიო, ისე რომ გააგებინო, ინტერესი გამოიწვიო და კარგი შეფასება მიიღო შენი პროექტის, ხო? აი ზუსტად ამ ფორმატით მუშაობ და ჟური არის არაჩვეულებრივად კომპეტენტური, აქ არიან რამდენიმე არის აი სოფლიო ტექნოლოგიური ბიზნესის მეტრი და ვეტერანი. ამიტომაც შეკითხვები ძალიან საინტერესოა. ზუსტად ის ღრმა შეკითხვებია, რომელსაც ბევრს შეიძლება ეშინოდეს. ამიტომ თუ კარგად იცი შენი პროექტი, იმის ყველა ასპექტი, მაშინ შეგიძლია დარწმუნებული იქნება იმაში, რასაც აკეთებ. ისიც კარგია, ჩემ შემთხვევაში ეს არ ყოფილა, მაგრამ ისიც კარგია თუ რაღაც შეკითხვას მიიღებ და პასუხი არ აქვს. რეალურად შენ ხედავ, რომ რაღაცაზე არ გიფიქრია და შესაბამისად მიხედავ. ძალიან საინტერესოა. ნახოთ აბა რა შედეგები იქნება, ვინ გაიმარჯვებს.
მე მინდა გამოვაცხადო შემდეგი სტარტაპი, ეს არის ქართველების და იტალიელების მიერ შექმნილი ერთობლივი სტარტაპი, რომელსაც აქვს განაცხადი ასევე ევროპატენტში შეტანილი პატენტის ასაღებად და არის ძალიან საინტერესო სტარტაპი, რომელიც ეხება ნავთობისა და ნავთობპროდუქტების ავზების სავალდებულო დიაგნოსტიკის ახალ უნიკალურ ტექნოლოგიას, რომელიც ამის საფასურს $450,000-დან $50,000-მდე ამცირებს. Startup new technology for diagnostic oil tanks. Pilot's out there.